One of the reasons why the charity evolved for me from the beginning into now is that we definitely mapped out where the nonprofit is and what it focuses on as far as its mission. And I think that was one of the biggest learning experiences I definitely had. So initially, I wanted to help everybody. And I did focus in on disabilities as a whole, but as the nonprofit grew and changed, I kind of narrowed it down from everybody to disabilities to, we selected some specific sensory impairments, and then we started really focusing on sensory impairments around accessibility. When somebody thinks of disaster relief, they think of Red Cross. When somebody thinks of endangered species, they think of World Wildlife Fund. When someone thinks of cancer, they think of the American Cancer Society. So I do want Dreamscape to eventually be recognized as the charity associated with accessibility. To my knowledge, there is no charity that really forefronts that yet. And that is something I want to fill. That is my niche, and that is my mission. For Halloween, my favorite memory, I have one or two. Growing up, my mom was super creative in homemaking Halloween costumes, and when I was as a kid, and now I'm very, very obsessed with Sonic and the Horror. That's what I love. And she would hand make me all these Sonic Halloween costumes because they wouldn't be anywhere. So put them together. It was fun to kind of design them, put it together, and that was always really cool for me growing up, and I'm happy she did that. Another funny Halloween memory I've always had was when I was a kid, around 13, 14, I was terrified of The Ring. I was really scared of The Ring. I hated the girl come out of the VHS and she has all the hair covering her face. And went to a friend's house, and one of my friend's sisters knew I was afraid of The Ring. So I went into the bathroom, came out, and this was on Halloween. I went over to a friend's house, came over afterwards, and he was in his room. So I came outside, and the TV was on. And I did something that in every horror movie you yell at the character for. I went, "Hello?" Walked into the room. She jumped out at me, and I hit her. I felt so bad because I was so scared. And I apologized. I'm like, "Are you okay?" She jumped out at me. She started laughing. Everything was okay. And but luckily, I was never afraid of The Ring again. So that's my favorite Halloween memory, from making Halloween costumes with my mom, and to getting scared because of Samara. My biggest advice, I'll talk about some of where I think I did well in the beginning and where I didn't do so well in the beginning, is start off clear on what you want to do. I think that's important to begin. That's something I didn't do. I was very open-armed about, this is what I want to do as a charity. I want to help everybody. And then it eventually changed because I needed to be more specific. I needed to tell people exactly what I stood for, exactly what I wanted to do. So that's a key advice. Reach out to your community. I think when I first started charity, I was very all over in terms of reaching out to this company here, or reaching out to this charity here, or this news organization here, and I was really forgetting the people around nonprofit. And I think that's kind of one of the angles I'm really focusing on now here in our new office in Florida, that I want to reach out to the local area, working with local churches, working with local schools, working with local other nonprofits, just because community is key. Another just quick point of advice would be to keep your connections. Always make sure that your connections from those schools, churches, and other nonprofits to your donors coming in, you're informing them what you're doing. You're letting them know how you're helping people. You're tying them back into your mission, because they're going to be your base. It's always really important to have a very, very passionate person supporting a nonprofit versus someone just making a donation. We're actually going to start putting together some more recommendations on our website, because I think that people coming into the charity really enjoy and like reading about the different accessible technologies on our blog. So there's lots of different tools that you can use, from JAWS to Zoom Text, which are specifically for your computer. JAWS is a dictation software that reads to you, to the user, to help them use your laptop. Zoom Text is more for someone who, like myself, who's not fully blind, who isn't fully able to see, but has somewhere in between where they're able to just use their laptop and zoom in and kind of see the peripheral. So those are two really popular tools. Some people, they work with CCTVs, which almost look like a monitor. So you kind of have papers and you have other papers or homework or paperwork that you need to fill out, and it magnifies it for you forefront, so people can kind of slide a little tape underneath it. There's big magnifiers. One of the more popular ones is called a Ruby magnifier. People use, that's for when you're working with more hands-on stuff. It depends on the person. Some of the new stuff that's coming out is really cool in terms of accessibility. You have New Eyes, you have eSight, and these are actually devices almost looking like glasses or sunglasses that you can put over your eyes, helps you see. They have magnifiers. They zoom in on, like if you're at a restaurant and you want to read a menu. They zoom in if you're at the store and you're trying to check prices. It's really interesting to see how technology is kind of leading the way for people with disabilities, and I do truly believe that that is how you ultimately make people independent, and that's what I believe that the disabled community wants. Like, is some way to be independent, some way to be self-sufficient. Technology is the answer. So again, in the spirit of Halloween, or would I rather be chased by Jason or the Predator? That is a tough one. I definitely think I have a better fighting chance at being chased by the Predator than I do on Jason. Reason being is because Jason can go anywhere. He's chasing them very slowly. He's walking after people. Then all of a sudden he's on the other side. He does an instant transmission from Dragon Ball on the other side, and he's there to catch you. Predator is big, Predator is fast. In the new movie, he gets outsmarted by a 10-year-old kid, so I think I can outsmart the Predator if he was able to do it. So I think that's my best fighting chance. And you can't kill Jason, but you can kill the Predator. So that's my answer.
Happy Halloween from Dreamscape Foundation. To support our cause, please visit dreamscapefoundation.org.